Good morning. I hope you guys are doing awesome. It is Thursday, July 25th. I can't believe how fast July is screaming by. I'm trying to put the brakes on, trying to slow down, make this summer last as long as possible. But I don't know, I guess what's going on in our lives is making it go by quickly. Let me know if it's going by quickly for you too. And if that depresses you as much as it depresses me, because I want to do more things in this 2024 summer. Anyway, today I'm dropping the Atlas off at my favorite Volkswagen joint. The car keeps pulling to the right. If I let go, it just slowly moves to the right. Doesn't matter where I am on the road, doesn't matter how fast I'm going, it has a slow pull to the right. So we're gonna get that checked out. It's kind of annoying that you're kind of like, kind of trying to steer left to compensate, which is gonna wreck your tires. So it's either the alignment or one of the wheels is not balanced properly. But that's what I'm doing today. Last night, Carol and I ate dinner, late lunch, early dinner, and then went to go see Twisters at the regular theater. Carol saw a bit of my drive-in, and she's like, I don't want to deal with the mosquitoes. One of the ways of not dealing with mosquitoes is having the windows up, and when the windows are up, if it's hot, then it's not comfortable. So she chose to go to a theater. Plus we also had one of those, 2 adults, 2 drinks, and a popcorn things that we buy from Costco. And so we needed to use that up. So that's what we did. And Twisters was a great movie. You're on the edge of your seat non-stop. One of the things that somebody said in my drive-in theater movie was I should have watched A Quiet Day Part 1 first, because it is a prequel. At the time I didn't know it was a prequel, but I also wanted to watch them with Carol. So there's certain movies I know Carol would not want to watch Longlegs, so that's why I chose Longlegs. She wouldn't definitely want to watch Bike Riders, so I watched 2 movies I knew that Carol wouldn't want to see. I got through movies that I wanted to see and saved movies that I wanted to see with Carol, and I knew that she would like to see with me. Last night and then the night before, back to back on, so today's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday night, Carol and I watched A Quiet Place and then A Quiet Place Part 2, and really enjoyed them. Now I can see why it was did so well when they launched those movies, and I'm so happy for John Krasinski and Emily Blunt for great acting. The fact that he co-wrote it and directing debut, and he did such a good job. And I think they said they shot it in like 38 days or 39 days, and it only cost $17 million to make the movie, and it made over $300 million. Like, it is such an awesome feeling to have your first movie do that well. I don't know how many actors turned director whose first movie did that well. So congratulations, hats off to John. And the fact that I've watched The Office from beginning to end, every single season, every single episode, 3 times in a row. It's nice to see him go from that to the success that he's having now, which is amazing. Another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, there are certain things in my videos that I've shared with you guys. There are certain things that I just didn't feel like sharing with you guys because it's, our personal life, and there's just some things that I just don't share. There's a lot of stuff I share with you guys. So one of the things, I can't remember if I made a video on it or not, but it must have been like 3 or 4 years ago, I gave my Suzuki SX4 to Ben when he went to college, so he'd have a car in Brantford, so you wouldn't have to use the GO train to get all the way home, or just so he could get around easier and go and get his own groceries and things like that, so he didn't have to rely on transit and pushing a cart halfway across the city to get food. Gave him that car, and it finally died. I think we got that in 2010, so we had 14 years of having a car like that. It was a great car. I made a lot of videos in it. It was pretty inexpensive to run that car. I don't think we had too many major issues with it. When I gave it to Ben, I made sure that it was in perfect running order, and then over the last 3 years, it just kept slowly having more and more problems, as a 14-year-old car would. And then he was in Niagara Falls. It broke down and died in Niagara Falls, and he was out there with his girlfriend, and so they had to get it towed all the way back to Toronto. We had a guy look at it, and the guy said, the engine's dead, it's going to cost quite a bit of money, and he just said, I wouldn't put a dime into this thing. It's just too old, too run down, too broken. We finally got rid of it, and here's a little footage. Last time you'll ever see the Suzuki SX4. Hope you enjoyed that little piece of nostalgia. And we donated the car to charity, so I'm really hoping that the money that the charity uses for it goes a long way in their organization. And let me know if you've ever donated a car to charity or not. But it's a good feeling. They came and picked it up, so you don't have to send it to them or tow it to them or anything. That you just tell them where it is, make sure the green slip is with it, you signed it, and you just go through the website, do all the work, and then just come and pick it up, and it's gone. And they do whatever they do with it. I guess they sell it for scrap and parts and metal. I don't know exactly how they make money off it, but they do. So I think some of you guys know that Ben's had a full-time job, and a really good job, since I think September of last year. So he's coming up on a full year of being on this job. I'm not sure if Ben wants me to let you know what he's doing at this moment. I'll have to ask him. Again, both of my children are not into social media, and they like to be as private as they can, whereas I like to share my life with you guys. It would be so much easier if they didn't mind me sharing, because it's hard to kind of keep parts of my life secret. And I just have to always remind myself not to mention this, not to mention that, because my children just don't want to be a part of the social media realm. But anyway, so Ben bought his brand new first car he's ever bought. And once again, I don't know if he wants me to tell you what kind of car, but he did a lot of research on it. There were specific reasons he wanted that specific type of car. And again, maybe in the future, I'll be able to share that information with you. I don't know. We'll have to ask Ben. Anyway, let's get this car down to Richmond Hill, see what's wrong with the car. Hope it doesn't cost too much to repair it. And I thought I'd take you guys along with me. Let's go. all done, nice and clean. What a pretty car. Pretty car. Yeah, they washed her up for me. Looks fantastic. The alignment was off. Ooh, nice vet. This is what it looks like when it's all green, and there was some towing on the front right side and towing on the rear left side. So when Carol told me she felt like the car was pulling to the right, I went and drove it on a road with nobody on it. Drove it on the right side of the road, which is in Canada, we drive on the right side of the road, and then just kind of let go of the steering wheel and it just would pull to the right. Then I drove in the center of the road because the road does this. And a lot of times, because we're driving on this part of the road, the car just naturally goes to the right because it's going on a little bit of a hill. So I drove in the middle of the road, which should be on the crown of the road, and still pulled to the right. And then I tried to drive on the left side of the road, which would be this part of the crown, and it still kind of pulled to the right. So that confirms our suspicion. So they did an alignment. An alignment here in Ontario, Canada, at this location anyway, is $179.95. And again, that will save our tires from being worn out faster. Wore out one of my tires when a ball joint was loose, and my Chrysler van would vibrate at 100 kilometers an hour. Between 90 and 100 it would vibrate the steering wheel, and it was because the ball joint was going out, and it actually wrecked that front right tire. So I'm glad we got this done. $179.95 before taxes. After taxes, everything is $203. Another thing I love about bringing my car here is I got 2 lattes and a cappuccino, which probably saved me like $12. And I got my car cleaned for free. So thank you very much, Volkswagen Richmond Hill. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me today. Gotta go home. See you in the next video. Go. There we go.